all this. This is where it gets a little bit, how can I put it? A little bit crazy. Okay, I've got 90 modifiers at the beginning. Okay, I've got 101 main keywords, and I've got over 300 locations. Okay, now for location, I just went and found a web page. I just did a search, list of towns in London was a search, and I found a couple of web pages that gave me every single town in London. Okay, and I just copied and pasted those straight in here. Now, two things you really need to understand is that there is no limits to the amount of posts it can make. Absolutely no limits, but it will only post one time to one account per campaign. Okay, I could not make a campaign with 90 times 101 times 317 unless I had the same amount of accounts, and there's no way I'm going to have that today. Because that comes to about 250,000 different posts. There isn't any limit to what can be done here as far as the permutations, but it is limited to how many accounts you got. So the best way to do this is to break it into sections, okay? And this is where we can focus on quality content, okay? And that way we got less chance of having you know, just remove for spam kind of alerts, okay, and getting accounts closed down. So the easiest way to do this, well, there's several ways you can do this, but the easiest way to do this is take your best, most common modifiers, okay, and take your best, most common keyword variations, and take some of these locations, and just do smaller campaigns highly targeted towards the article that you're creating. Okay, so what happens is we're creating one article, we're putting some spintax, we're adding some video, we're adding some images, and then we're going to put that into the content under the H1, H2, and H3 tags. Okay, so the more relevant you make that, the better you make that, then the more chance it's going to stick. Okay, and this is where we can go back into the Google Keyword Planner. I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to delete all of these in here. If I go back into the Keyword Planner where I was in the group ideas, then I can find a group. Okay, so best dentists, for example, I've got 17 different ways that I can do that. Okay, so that's giving me an example of what I can do for as far as writing some content. I'm not going to put all of those variations in there, but I can put a few of them. I can sprinkle the modifiers within the title tags, etc., with the shortcodes, and I can build content around that particular one. Okay, I can do a separate one for cosmetic dentist. Okay, now let me just explain to you why. If I take my little calculator here, this is going to shock you. I've got 90 modifiers times 101 main keywords, okay, times, that's 9,000 already, 317, equals, that's going into that's going into millions. Okay, you're not going to, that's just crazy to do that, and it's not the best way. Not the best SEO practice to do that either, even if you did have that amount of accounts. Okay, so easiest way to do it is to take something that makes a lot of sense that you can build one article around, and then you can maybe do just like I've got here, say these 5 or 6 locations here. Let me just put these into the campaign. If I come down, you can see I've already done that. I've got London, North London, Central London, East End, West End, City of London, okay, for example. Now what I can do then is come over here and I can say, right, let me pick a main keyword I'm going to work with, and I could do dentist, and I can do dentist in, and I could do dental clinic, dental surgery, dental practice. Okay, I just copy these and I come over here and I'm going to put that into the keyword section. I only took the first one. I need to do it differently. Just it's easier just take a notepad sometimes. So I can do a dentist. Okay, I just paused that while I did that because it make the videos go on a little bit longer than it really needs to be. So I'm going to put these in here, And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I've got 6 here. So that's already 36. 6 times 6 is 36. Okay. And then what I can do is come over and I can choose some modifiers from here. So let's just get rid of those ones there, and I can put in 24-hour, and I can put in affordable, I can put in emergency, I can put in I'll just say I'm looking here instead of here where I've already done the work. That's not American award-winning, I guess. Could be okay. Let's put best. These are sort of most commonly searched ones, I would imagine. Walk in, top, the best. Okay. Now that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can come back over here and I can put that in the modifiers section. Okay, so now if we take the little calculator, it becomes less scary. Let me just close it and start it again so we don't have any memory in there. So I've got 7 times 6 times 6 equals 252 articles. And I can build it up as much or as little as I want, okay? But I can do it according to the amount of accounts I've got, okay? We can come back and use these keywords again in different campaigns. There's no problem to do multiple campaigns, even with the accounts that you've got. But each campaign will post into just one time into one account, okay? What you might want to do as well, let me just go even tighter on that particular strategy, is maybe really focusing on a specific part like cosmetic teeth surgery, for example. And then you can write an article around cosmetic surgery or cosmetic dentistry, whatever you want to do. Okay, and that way you've got highly targeted. And when we come into the Google keywords and we're looking for cosmetic, you can see you've got a bunch of ideas here that we can use. So if I open this up, we can just get, see some of the keywords that or some of the things that we really need to be putting in here as far as the content is concerned that we sprinkle through. And the good thing about this strategy when you're doing it for local especially is that it is very, very highly commercial intent. Okay, somebody's searching for 24-hour dentist in North London. He is looking or she is looking for a 22, they're looking for a dentist because they got toothache or something, okay? Somebody looking for affordable dental care in East End London, they're already searching, it's already a buyer keyword, okay? It's already a commercial intent keyword. So I suggest that you keep these really tight and you work around the specific keyword and create your article around that, and don't go after the thousands and thousands and thousands, okay? You don't need to do that. What you need to do is focus on the relevancy and make it really as good as it possibly can be so that it's a viable article as far as if somebody came along and looked at it, then they would think, okay, that's a decent article, and they'll see links and that will take them to wherever, whether it's to a video on YouTube or whether it's to a press release or something like that that you're doing for your client, okay? That's the best way to use it. That you don't want to send these links direct linking at your money site or your client site, okay? Think about it, and we will show some examples in later videos when we're coming to do the actual linking and the anchor text and stuff like that. But this is the best way to do it. It's keep it really, really tight. Now, if we compare this to putting this kind of stuff onto WordPress, we got two main problems. First of all, these sites will get de-indexed really, really quickly these days. They won't be up for very long before they're de-indexed. Secondly, it's just really hard to make the content look good like that on one place, okay? It's just not going to work like that in one place. When you're doing it with the Web 2, you're kind of scattering it. Nobody sees the other stuff that you've been doing. It's less likely to get de-indexed or the account closed or anything like that. And we're hijacking on the authority of these other sites, okay? This is really, really powerful. I really want you to grasp this sort of concept, okay? This is taking this whole basic strategy into the stratosphere. It's just, there's just craziness that we're getting into because of the SEO power if you do the things properly. Now, say for example, I do my first article and I do it around cosmetic dentistry, okay, and then I do another article and I do that article around teeth whitening, and then I do another article around orthodontist, and then I do another article around something else, okay, dental implants, for example. This is building up nice content. If you write it nicely, if you write it properly, if you take the time to write it properly, it will be there for a long, long time. Although we're playing a numbers game, we're not really playing a numbers game in the way that we are doing it properly with some, you know, with some care and attention put in there, that we can get the maximum benefit from it. I know that some people will just be tempted to go and like just blast out, and that's fine. That's what we used to do with WordPress. This is far more intelligent, okay? This is far more refined and better SEO. And if you do this correctly, these accounts will be there for a long time, and you will get long-term benefits from it, okay? So what I suggest is you take the extra time, you do it as nicely as possible, and if you want to use spinning, that is fine. Go and use a really good spinner like Word AI, okay? If you use something like Word AI and you put in paragraphs in there, it will be almost human quality spinning that is done, okay? So that by the time you read it for multiple posts, then it's going to look really, really good. So I'm going to take Word AI, and you can take and think it's a 3-day test. I'll put it underneath the video if they've got a 3-day trial, sorry. And it's definitely worth doing for that purpose alone, okay? And that way you can get this content done nicely, you can get it done quickly, and we can focus in on just a laser focus into campaigns that will make a difference for your SEO. But again, good quality, not linking to your money site, link to a press release. If you do it local, maybe you've got a client and you've got a press release there, perfect, okay. Link to a video, link to a Hangout. If you're using Hangout and 2.0 Commando, for example, we know that they rank really, really quickly, really easily. Put a highly focused article, and you can go and create 200-300 of these, and you can do it in tiers as well, which makes it even better, it makes it even safer as well, and have that link going there from the first tier, okay? And that way we're making things extremely good, okay? So we'll get into doing that. What I want to do next is I'm going to write out an article, and I will take Word AI. I used to use it before, so I'm just going to sign up for a month, and you will see the quality of that, and we will put some really focused articles together, and we will create a campaign, and that way you can see the type of quality that I'm talking about, okay? This is really, really powerful stuff, guys. This is really, really incredibly intelligent, refined way to do this, okay? And if we can keep the quality, we will keep the articles, we will keep the SEO benefits. It's as simple as that, okay? I'll see you in the next video.